Hi, dear friends. Day 2. Today I'd like to tell you about the young illustrators at the Bologna Children's Book Fair. So let me introduce to you one of our beloved features, that's the Visual Identity Workshop. As you probably know, starting from 2017, we have decided to create this workshop together with Kia Lab Design, that's the graphic design studio that's been collaborating with us for say some 20 years, and we decided to do this with them, involving young illustrators selected among those of the Illustrators Exhibition of the Year. And thanks to this workshop that usually happens in Bologna at the Kia Lab studio, we have the wonderful visual identity that you can enjoy every year. So unfortunately, we missed 2 editions. Anyway, the visual identity was created, and in 2020, let me show you, we have Lithuanian artist Rasa Jančauskaitė. She could come actually in person to do the workshop, while in 2021 we had Jean Malat from Paris, and actually he could do the workshop in person in June. And this year it's the great year of children's content. Rock joined the party, and the star is Solin Secur, young Mexican illustrator. And unfortunately it was not possible to do the visual identity workshop in person. Everything was done via Zoom, and this is something that I'd like to underline, because if you look at the results, you can't believe that these people worked so well together, although it was impossible to meet in person. So let's go ahead and let's go discover a place that's all for young illustrators. So we're going now to the Illustrators Survival Corner. Here we are. So this is the extra famous Illustrators Survival Corner. It's a place where young illustrators can meet great artists, great publishers, great agents, and great colleagues. And it's focused on the profession of illustrator, and it's aimed at training illustrators actually during the days of the fair. There are master classes, workshops, and it's always a point of interest. This year we had to do the online pre-registration, and actually everything went sold out very shortly. So this is why I say that it is so successful. But the good news is that the Illustrators Survival Corner organizes a lot of activities online all year long. So you will be able, if you're not in Bologna and you can't enjoy them this time, you will be able to enjoy them at www.bolognachildrensbookfair.com. But who are the soul of this corner? Let me introduce to you Ivan Canu and Giacomo. They are the Meme Master guys, as I call them. Meme Master is a school of illustration based in Milan, and this survival corners comes from a proposal they did to me, and I decided to get on board, and I didn't even know at that time that our adventure would have lasted so long. So Ivan, what
Yeah, we started this adventure in 2017 as Illustrators Survival Corner, and all the activities are divided in different areas. So here we can do a small tour inside the Survival Corner, and it divided in 3 main areas. we have the main area is for master classes, so meetings, lectures, and presentation from artists, publishers, agents, with a huge program of international guests. Giacomo,
and we have a workshop area we can go visit. I
Yes.
think it could be interesting. We have a piece of art that just yesterday some Lithuanian artists left to us after the workshop of the Gruppo.
Ah, fantastic! How
So,
nice!
Here is the workshop area. We provide short workshops, creativity experiences, exercise of lateral thinking, everything that can be funny and useful for illustrators in 2 hours. So it's a sort of classroom where for 2 hours illustrators can share with big professionals creative path, design projects and experiences. Here is what is the takeover of the workshop by a group of Lithuanian artists, among with Raza, that is one of the author of the visual.
Yes, the first author I showed you a few minutes ago,
the visual
Raza,
identity.
from Lithuanian artist who did the visual identity in 2020.
And we can move to the next area. That is is the hot spot of the survival corner. That is the portfolio review area, where illustrators, they have the chance to meet and show their portfolio to agents, publishers and other artists. It's always crowded area. If you come back after 10 minutes, it will be like a hell here to manage, but we are quite happy because even if the meeting is fast, it's about 6-7 minutes, it's enough to give some directions to young illustrators. And here is the big stage. The main floor of the survival corner is the masterclass area. As you can see, everything is getting ready for the very first meeting with Lucy Felix. And here is the place where big authors can share for 1 hour their projects. And usually the request, the brief we give to artists is to show the behind the scene of their books, their project, in order really to have an exchange with the audience of illustrators about their working methods. We can have a look at the
Fantastic.
exhibition.
And there's also a number of exhibitions every year. Ah, what is this? The Italian Illustration Lounge. This is brand new this year. It's a new area we created together with the Italian Trade Agency that supported us in many programming this year, and it is dedicated to Italian illustrations. So we invite Italian illustrators to meet international publishers that are part of the invitation program of this year fair, and publishers show their catalogs and tell illustrators what they need, what kind of illustrators they're looking for, and then they do portfolio reviews and business meeting, and who knows, maybe some new books will come from these meetings, as actually happens sometimes. You know, we did for 2 times the portfolio review, the marathon of the portfolio reviews online, and actually a couple of brand new books came out from them. So don't miss the next appointments, be inspired, and maybe that will be your good opportunity, your occasion to get started on the international stage. But let's go see the exhibitions.
Here is the first one exhibition. It's Ni Hao Shanghai, and it's an exhibition by a group of Norwegian artists who had a residency in Shanghai 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And this is their impressions of staying there in the city for spend some time
And
there.
they were from where? From Norway?
Norway.
Norway.
They were all for Norway, and today we will have the chance to have a masterclass with them where they will talk about the project and how it works and how it can be interesting and also empowering for an artist having a residency project like this in order to share with other colleagues impressions and techniques and inspiration.
So as you probably know, the Bologna Children's Book Fair is the co-organizer of the International China Shanghai Children's Book Fair. And this is the reason why we have activities under the umbrella of the Illustrators Survival Corner, also at the Shanghai Book Fair. And actually this is the result of one of these projects.
And here, the Italian Excellence is the new generation, is the third edition of this brand of exhibition. There are 20 young illustrators, Italian young illustrators, excellent and quite new and quite very nice illustrators. And the Bologna Children's Book Fair is going around in a grand tour, international grand tour, to put them and to fix the idea of the new generation of Italian illustrators are going and are growing up very fast and very good.
Let me say that this is one of our biggest success in terms of exhibitions. The Italian Excellence is a collection of exhibitions we do together with the support to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with the support of the Emilia-Romagna region. And this exhibition, this is the third step actually. Have been traveling the world in more than 30 countries. Let me say, I think 37. So this is the last one, and it's traveling across the world. And let's discover in the next months what will follow, because we're always planning a fourth edition of this successful exhibition. And then
the last one. We have to move on the other side. And as you can see, illustrators are starting gathering for the proper review activities. Hi, Tom. This is Cattivi Villains exhibition. It's a project by Mi Master that was supposed to be out on 2020, but up to the situation, it was postponed, because we really want to wait the reopening of BCBF in presence to celebrate 10 years of Mi Master School in Milano. And it's just a collection of villains from literature, cinema, fairy tales, music. And we ask all our former students and former teachers to provide us one of the villains. It happened to them in their career to draw. In a way, it's a sort of snapshot on how often it happened for an illustrator to draw a villain, not only a fairy or a nice bear or a nice cat. Okay, because illustrators, they do also draw villains. It was funny, and as you can see, there are characters from the past, from the present, big names and new names of illustration.
thank you very much, Giacomo. And actually, Mi Master are working with us also on another project that's connected to our brand new event, that's Bologna Book Plus. So let's go discover what they prepared, what's in stock on that side. And here we are in the other part of the fair. So the Bologna Book Plus initiative is the brand new extension of the Bologna Children's Book Fair, as guest director Jack Thomas explained yesterday in our first tour of the fair. This is an exhibition, a collection of training courses, master classes, conferences, events, and it's focused on the general publishing industry, and it focuses on the hottest topics for the industry as a whole. But how could we skip to have something about illustration also in Bologna Book Plus? We have something, and we have something in stock very interesting, and something that's going to expand a lot in the next months and in the next edition. So Me master guys, let us know what's there. What's this?
As Elena said, it's just a very beginning of two different initiatives that we really would like to expand. The first one is to try to think about and make a recognition of one big title and how is it covered all over the world. Okay, here we choose the Handmaid's Tale, and as you can see there are different kind of covers, and in order also to understand how culture they differently react to the same title. And on the other side is the very beginning of a new award, that is the Jackets Off Award, and we started with a selection of 4 countries. Each country, the National Publisher Association, they pre-selected 3 covers of publications 2020-2021. We select also a jury. The jurors, they were Jason Ramirez, art director from Penguin US, Nicole Vanderbilt, managing director bookshop.org, and Steven Guarnaccia, illustrator and designer. And we asked them to select the best cover among these 4 countries. And yesterday, Steven Guarnaccia gave a talk about book jackets, and at the end we did the first announcement of the winner, that is Poland with Liechtenstein Raster, an incredible book with a super elegant design, and a design that was underlined by the jurors also because even in a small scale, in a digital environment, it's quite recognizable. Because thinking about digital and not digital environment is one of the main points also of BB Plus about the cover. So this is the very beginning, and as you can see, there are very different, even if it's just 4 countries, we go from China to United Arab Emirates, so very different tastes, very different use of paper, kind of papers. We had a couple of Chinese books that were made with rice paper. Yeah. So it's an exploration not only about the design but also about the book for general trade as a physical object and a design tool.
Thank you very much, Giacomo. So don't miss our next appointment tomorrow to discover something else of this extraordinary edition of the Bologna Children's Book Fair, Bologna Book Plus and Bologna Licensing Trade Fair. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye bye.